What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So this video is going to be sponsored by Maxpeedingrods. Now, they've been a long time supporter of the channel. Obviously I come from Honda stuff, and we're going to be working on my fiance's Honda Element in this video. A little bit of a quicker one, but I bet you guys didn't know that Maxpeedingrods actually offers OE replacement components for quite a wide variety of vehicles. Now in this case, her car happens to have some relatively blown out rear shocks, got a lot of knocking in the back end. So when they reached out asking if we needed anything, I was like, do you guys happen to offer anything for this car? We're not looking to do coilovers because it's for daily driver and it's an Element. I mean, come on. So they were like, yeah, we got these stock replacement shocks, and we're going to try them out today, see if they fit correctly, which I'm sure they will be fine, and then see the ride quality on them, because anything at this point has to be better what's in there. Now, something else that these Elements are kind of quirky about, which I'm not sure why Honda designed them that way, but the rear ends do not have any sort of toe adjustment, camber adjustment, and these cars have a natural negative camber kind of sitting. I mean, it could also be because the shocks are probably slightly blown that it's adding a little bit of negative camber. But in that case, they do offer these adjustable camber arms. So we're gonna be swapping those in as well. And then just on the maintenance side of things right now, the cooling fans happen to kind of crap out. The condenser fan fully died, and the cooling fan is making quite a bit of noise in the Element. So gonna be swapping those out, putting these new shocks in, as well as doing these rear camber arms. And then of course we're gonna try and get in alignment, but being that we're already negative camber, if we take some of that camber out, I don't think it's gonna affect the toe that bad until we can get us to an alignment shop to just cruise at home. So let's get started. And first order of business is definitely gonna be these cooling fans, because the car has been doing some overheating here in the Arizona summers. Too brutal. The cooling fan has been the only thing operating, but as you're running the air conditioner, obviously at idle, it needs a lot more airflow. So get these fans swapped out really quick. Got the GoPro, so we'll do some POV working, so I don't have to set you guys up and get all bored, and make it a little bit more entertaining for you. And we'll get these things swapped in. Oh, and also, as to mention, with the new shocks, they also do supply new sway bar end links, which is quite kind of them, and the price on these things is pretty stinking affordable. So if you guys want to get yourself a set, you can use my discount code, which will be pinned in the top comment, and you can get a set for yourself, or you can try out some of their new coilovers or anything else from them. All right, we got both fans out. Kind of a bummer. I was hoping we could squeeze it over, but I can't really access the bolt for the lower T-bracket here without moving some stuff down there. So I decided to just bite the bullet and remove the upper hose and lean this back. So we got those out. I can go ahead and put these things in. This thing's definitely got no resistance on it. But yeah, it definitely wasn't even spinning on the car. So go ahead, bolt these things back in. That was pretty easy. And then that's fine, because this thing needed a burp anyway. Not the end of the world. I'll just take the garden hose and hose off down there when we're done here. And yeah, then we can move on to the shock stuff. So let me slap these things in real quick and we'll get moving. So putting this thing back together, I don't know if this is a factory thing, but the radiator mounts, they bolt to this and then clip to that, just like this. and for some reason there was a nut and a bolt there, and if that's factory, that's silly. So I'm gonna go ahead, and the holes are perfectly fit for an M6 riv nut. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put a riv nut in there like that, because it makes no sense to me that they would put a nut and a bolt in here. I already dropped one of them and it's down there forever on the under tray. So riv nut's the way to go. Just gonna be burping this out for a few minutes, and we'll be good to go. Thankfully the fans are both working. I already verified hitting the air conditioner button. Condenser fan works, we're good. So let this heat cycle through, and pull this rear end apart really quick. Lovely. I'm not even doing these ones, but we're just gonna soak everything because this stuff is gross. This one's gonna put up a fight. Hey. Oh, fuck. Oh. Oh. All right, we got the bigger 1/2 inch Johnny in here. See if this one will help us out at all, because I cannot fit my impact up there. Oh. Goodness. Terrifying. Not a happy bolt. Very, very unhappy. I think the bushing is turning. Stools aren't ideal for this. Goodness gracious. The weld nut broke off the backside. Love to see it. Okay, get some vice grips on there. Channel locks or something. Oh boy, it's always something, right? If it was easy, it wouldn't be fun, is what I'm told. I think that's a load of BS though, but that's just my 2 cents. Ended up having to cut all the hardware out. Yeah, this car definitely is not an Arizona car. So when we first bought it, looking at this stuff, I thought that was just like surface rust, but I mean, it really is, but the hardware took the brunt of it. So one of them, the bolt over here, I got out, but all the threads were like super flat and there's chunks missing out of them from the rust. And the other 3 for the sway bars, and then the other shock, I just cut the lower mount hardware out. So just for a temporary solution, just got some new hardware from Ace, just in the short term because the car has to be driving today. So we're gonna order some new OEM Honda stuff to at least replace this with, but in the short term, this will be just fine. Not gonna go anywhere. But other than that, now we can just lower the car down and access the top 2 strut bolts from the top. That's pretty easy. Just gonna move some stuff out of the way, fold the seats up, and there's 2 little service panels. So let's get that done and we'll show you. so it looks like on this side we have to remove this black box for the charcoal canister, whatever that is, I forget what it's called, just because the shock is kind of hitting it. So we should have to just unbolt a couple 10mm here and just drop the whole thing. Alright, thankfully these are not side specific, so we can just slap these in. So nothing super crazy. These obviously just go up just like normal. And then sway bar end lengths, obviously those are pretty easy. And then for these toe arms, I still gotta get the bolts out of that. But assuming I can get those out, I'm just gonna match these to the stock length, if not make them just a little bit longer to try and pull some of that camber. But at least match it, and then when we get the alignment, have them correct the camber.
Fucked.
No, I definitely mentioned that everything was crusty, so thankfully, yeah, you can see how there's no adjustment on these things. Very silly of Honda to do that, and these bushings are super clapped and crusty, so yeah, we got the new ones. Try and match them to the length for now until we can get to the alignment shop. And yeah, can't really do it one-handed, but you guys get the point. It even has this little bracket, which I don't know why there's this bracket's to hold the speed sensor, the ABS sensor wire or whatever, has two little clippies. So I don't know why it has one clippy and one weld nut. That's kind of weird, but whatever. But yeah, no, these things will go in just fine. Let's just adjust the length really quick, lock them down, slap the shock in, and we'll be good to go. So for some reason, like I mentioned, they have this weld nut on this one. If I was any less lazy, it's already late, I would cut that off. For the short term, I'll just zip tie these things on there. The one clip goes in this hole, and then I'll just zip tie the other one. But yeah, other than that, they fit great. So, lock this stuff down. Now we got some pretty new camber arms. Last step is literally just shove the shock in here. So it came out pretty easy in the sense of, like, I don't know, the top hats are pretty long, so you can, I'm gonna try and put the lower bolt in first, and then these aren't tight all the way. We have to wait until we can kind of put the weight of the vehicle on it. In this case, I'm on a lift, I have pull jacks. If you're on the ground and jack stands, just use your floor jack, and you want to get the suspension to essentially its resting point before you torque everything down. It helps in this case because we do have a new bushing up here to stop that bushing from wearing prematurely. All right, it was a little bit of labor, don't get me wrong. The rusty hardware gave me a little bit of a run for my money. I am no rust belt mechanic in the slightest. Out here in the desert of Arizona, we ain't got that type of problem. So thankfully it wasn't as bad as it could have been, but it's looking pretty good nonetheless. So if you guys did enjoy this video, hopefully, let me know in the comments down below. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, stick around. This is definitely some of the OEM plus maintenance you may have not known you really need on this platform. So the camber arms are good. The rear end looks like it's a little tall right now. You got to jounce it a little bit, let the spring settle. Plus, not to mention, I think the old shocks were a bit blown. But if you enjoyed the video, again, be sure to let me know. And if you're local to the Phoenix area, you need some fab work done, hit me up at Velocity Race Fab, and yeah, we'll get you taken care of. So shout out again, Maxpeedingrods, for hooking us up with the shocks and the camber arms. If you want to get a set for yourself or anything else that they offer, be sure to use my discount code. We'll see you in the next one. Do what you love, think about the rest, enjoy your night. I'm gonna go home and shower, get all this dirt off me. Peace out.